4-time union minister, and if I may say, not a 3-time chief minister, but about to be 4-time chief minister with the blessings of the people. The All India Trinamool Congress has a significant presence in Parliament. In Bengal, you already know. In Meghalaya, we are the opposition party in Meghalaya. We have AITC in Assam, in Goa, and in Kerala. The second, I told you about the book. Anwar ji will explain it in more detail in Malayalam, because we really believe that we should be. I only have 3 points to make today. The second is we are starting a membership drive. It's going to be a membership drive, and I'll tell you why it's a membership drive and not anything else. Because what does the word Trinamool mean? Grassroots. So it's the workers, it's the people, more than the leaders, who actually make this. So the membership drive will start. Anwar will share all the details of the membership drive. 2. I was telling you about our presence in other states. In Parliament, we have a significant presence, and it's not proper on my part or Mahua's part to tell you about what we do in Parliament. The evidence is there. We have 42 members of Parliament, 29 in the Lok Sabha and 13 in the Rajya Sabha. Of those, 39% are women MPs. As far as my last point today, before I pass the mics on to my colleague Mahua, is you can only do well and grow if you are solid in your base. Our base, and yes, we are a party which was born in Bengal. It's 27 years. Our base is very strong. That's why we are comfortable to come here. And in the last 3 terms in Bengal, what has really worked and what the people have really blessed us for, I mean, I can go on for 3 hours on this, but just to 1 minute. 1, people first. All the great schemes are all people-driven schemes, and we're very happy that many of these schemes have been, I don't want to use the word copied, have been reused in a very nice way in our other states. Many. And it's good, because that is true federalism. Now you could say, okay, everybody will give schemes, but no. Besides all the great schemes for women, for children, for minorities, for underprivileged, for everybody, the other thing is, in doing all this, is the sacred constitution. We do not take half the story, as I was saying in the morning. On Waqf, we don't know about any other party, but we know about All India Trinamool Congress. We're very, very clear. It is not a religious issue, it is a constitutional issue. We are opposed to it, not 99%, 101%. On UCC, our position is clear, absolutely clear. On CAA, our position is clear. On GST, our position was clear. So we have very, very clear positions, and we articulate these positions. This much in terms of our positions. In Kerala, as I said, this is not the time at a first press conference after 2 days to do big talk. We are not a big talk party. We are an action on the ground party. I'll come here, we'll say all these things. No, we'll come here to learn. And it's been, as I said, a very beautiful experience. And you will see less of big talk and more of action. I want to leave you with one last point about the political point. This is the same lady who set up this party in 1998, and before that the Communist Party of India was 230 seats. In Bengal it is down to 0 seats. The Congress Party in Bengal is down to 0 seats. Not some magic. Hard work of Mamata Banerjee's life of struggle. So this is a very... And the last point I want to make before we will have Mahua, and this is an important statistic, and this is a statistic, this is not a Trinamool statistic. When the BJP and the Congress fight one-on-one seats, 90% seats go to BJP, 10% seats go to Congress, if you take in the one-on-one contest. When AITC, that's Trinamool Congress, takes on BJP head-on, in whatever number of seats we do, remember BJP 90, Congress 10. But when they fight, when BJP fights Trinamool, it's 70% TMC, AITC, and 30% BJP. So our track record is there for everybody to see. It's my great pleasure to have my colleague Mahua Moitro. I'm going to introduce her because I want to embarrass her also with a little story. You all know how the BJP and all their crony capitalists were after her, and the hell she was put through with all these fake concocted cases. And the story I want to tell you, there was so much of talk. Will Mahua get a ticket? Mamtadi, what will she say? We had to listen to all this. When the 42 seats were announced in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, our chairperson, announced the first campaign rally will be done at Mahua's constituency. That is leadership. And Mahua came out there with flying colors, and we have a fabulous team. Our National General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee is 38 years old. He's a 3-time MP. You'll also get to know him as we go along. Mahua. One second.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, all of you, for attending the seminar which was preceding the press conference and to come here. Delighted to be here on the invitation of Anwarji, who's obviously got a strong presence in the area. Derek has said most of it. There are 3 things that I would like to point out. 3 things. We've come here today as representatives of the Trinamool Congress. I'm in the Lok Sabha, Derek's our party leader in the Rajya Sabha. Now, there are reasons why the people of Bengal and the people of Kerala have always been very culturally, socially and intellectually alive. Some say it is our love of fish and our love of rice. Others say it is our love of cinema. Others say that it is our love of water, because we are both lands by the water. Anyway, whatever the reason may be, we've always had a very strong connection between the 2 states. So we never feel like strangers. We come here. When we come here, we feel like we've come to a family when we come here. Having said that, Trinamool Congress is one of the parties, I would say one of the very few parties that doesn't believe in sitting on the fence. We are not Switzerland. We are not neutral. When we believe in something, we fight for it tooth and nail. You've seen that in our parliamentary performance. You've seen that in everything. Our leader minces no words. None of us mince any words. And today, the need of the hour in the kind of majoritarian rule that we are seeing at the center and rapidly in all the states also, what we need is an effective and very strong pushback. That doesn't work with doing adjustments. That doesn't work with doing side deals, depending on who is in center, who is in state. You believe in something, you go all out. So, you can't be soft peddling main issues. For example, on Manipur, we were one of the parties who took it up on day 1. Today, after almost 2 years, we are one of the parties that every time our MPs speak in Parliament, whether it's on the budget, whether it's on the presidential address, we will bring up the issue in Manipur. And it is this kind of concerted pressure that has led to at least some action being taken. Similarly, for the people of Kerala, for the people of Wayanad, for the people of Calicut, for the people of the hilly regions, one big problem is the human-animal conflict. You've had the past 5 years, 468 deaths, 940 deaths in the past 8 years. Last 1 year alone, almost 60 deaths, 1,200 people injured, 600 crores worth of crops damaged. But what do we see? We see you've asked for 50 crores for the center, you've got only 30 crores. Out of that, 70% of the compensation which is to be paid to people who have lost a family member are pending. You look at the crop compensation, 25,000 per acre, yet 40% of crop compensation is not paid on time. So these are issues that need to be solved. Only 8 elephants have been translocated, even though there have been more than 200 cases per year. So this is a big problem of this area. This is an issue that needs to be effectively taken up on the national stage. So what Trinamool Congress is, I would say, very effective at is when we take up an issue, we really run all the way to the end. We don't give it up halfway. That's number one. The second thing is that Trinamool Congress is a party that really embodies unity in diversity. I was an investment banker. I'm a 50-year-old woman with a background having lived abroad, a foreign education, yet I represent one of the most backward areas in Bengal, on the Bangladesh border. Derek was, many people still see him and say, I saw you quizzes. He was also at a very large advertising company that he ran and continues to run. We have Yusuf Pathan, we have Kirti Azad, we have movie stars, we have everybody from different backgrounds. But nobody makes us change. Mamata Banerjee does not expect us to fit one shape. We are free to do what we like, in the sense that we are free to be who we are, and that's how it brings out the best in us. Similarly, Kerala also embodies this unity and diversity. You have people in Kerala who are happy being what they are, and they are happy being others by letting others be who they are. So that's another thing that we have in common, that Trinamool Congress and the people of Kerala connect to, is that live and let live. The third thing that Trinamool Congress does very well is that what Derek mentioned is we have 39% women in Parliament. It's not just in Parliament. We don't have the reservation bill. The BJP government brought in the reservation bill with a special session of Parliament. So much shouting, screaming. Modi ji said that he has been brought on this planet, on this earth, to bring forward this reservation bill. But what has happened? The BJP have 30 women MPs out of 239. This is the number. This is the number. 12 to 13% of BJP have women MPs. You don't need a reservation bill to tell you to do the right thing. We have 39% women. And this is something that out of 13 women who got tickets in Trinamool, 12 MPs won. You see in the assembly, you see at the district level. I am a district president. It is very easy to become, not easy, it is easier to become elected than to have an organizational post. You know that very well. The Politburo doesn't have members. AICC has fewer members in women than men. But in our organizational source, I'm a district president being a woman. So this is something that we will bring, because Kerala, in spite of being so advanced, having 100% literacy, having women in all other fields, still has low representation, very low representation from the state of Kerala in Parliament, and perhaps in other fields as well. So this is something that definitely needs. So we've come with that spirit of slowly on the ground to do our work. We haven't come here with any lofty promises and lofty ideals, but we hope it's a journey we'll take forward with all your help. And over to Mr. Anwar.
Come, Mr. Anwar. We'll just move this way.
Yeah.
അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വളരെ ചുരുക്കം ഷോർട്ടായിട്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ തൃണമൂൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് എന്താണെന്നും അതിൻ്റെ ബേസ് എന്താണെന്നും വളരെ കൃത്യമായി ഇവിടെ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇന്ന് ഉച്ചവരെയുള്ള സെഷൻ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം സെമിനാറായിരുന്നു, ആനിമൽ അറ്റാക്കും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനും. ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷമുള്ള സെഷനിൽ നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്തെ എല്ലാ ജില്ലകളിൽ നിന്നുമുള്ള ഏകദേശം 1200ഓളം വരുന്ന ഡെലിഗേറ്റ്സ് മീറ്റിംഗാണ്. തൃണമൂൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് കഴിഞ്ഞ 1.5 months, 1.5 മാസമായിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ വർക്ക് നടത്തി എല്ലായിടത്തും, എല്ലാ ജില്ലകളിലും, കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യുവൻസികളിലും ബ്ലോക്ക് കമ്മിറ്റികളിലെല്ലാം ആയി വരികയാണ്. ഒരു 6 മാസത്തെ പാർട്ടി ഡ്രൈവാണ് നമ്മൾ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് 6 months. അതിൽ ഇന്ന് മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യണം. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഡെറിക് ഒബ്രേജി ആയിരിക്കും മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. പരമാവധി ആളുകളെ, കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റിയെ, ഈ പറയുന്ന തൊഴിലാളികളെ, കൃഷിക്കാരെ എല്ലാവരെയും, എസ്പെഷ്യലി വുമൺ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ്, ബേസിക്കലി ദീദി ആ വിഷയത്തിൽ വളരെ സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് ഇടപെടുന്നു, അതിനുള്ള ഇൻവോൾവ്മെൻറ്റ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ആ രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ ഒരു ലേഡീസ് പ്രൊട്ടക്റ്റഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള, ലേഡീസിൻ്റെ ലീഡർഷിപ്പുള്ള നല്ലൊരു പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ പാർട്ടിയായിട്ട് AITC മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാനാണ് നമ്മൾ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടാണ് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ദീദിയുടെ നിർദ്ദേശപ്രകാരം തന്നെയാണ് ഡെറിക് ജിയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മൊഹജിയും ഇവിടെ വരികയും 2 ദിവസം ഇവിടെ സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യും. ഇന്നലെ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം ഇവിടുത്തെ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി ലീഡേഴ്സിനെ മീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ചില എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനിൽ പോയി ഇവിടുത്തെ എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും നന്നായിട്ട് സ്റ്റഡി ചെയ്തിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് പാർട്ടി ലീഡേഴ്സ് തിരിച്ചു പോകുന്നത്. അവരുടെ ആ ഫീലിംഗ് they will convey to DDG. Then again we will plan next programs, next political movement, everything we will plan it. So നമ്മൾ ഒരു ദേശീയ പാർട്ടി എന്ന് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ആളുകൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്ന, ജനങ്ങളെ റെസ്പെക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന, ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്താ പറയുക, ഒരു പ്രതീക്ഷയുള്ള ഒരു പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ പാർട്ടിയാണ് AITC എന്ന് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം. ദീദി മാം നമ്മൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയുന്നത് പോലെ ഈ ഹാളിലെ എല്ലാവരും, ഓൾ പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ പാർട്ടിയിലെ എന്താ പറയുക, വർക്കേഴ്സ്, ലീഡേഴ്സ്, എവറിബഡി ലൈക്സ് ദീദി. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ മെയിൻ അട്രാക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ദിസ് പാർട്ടി. അവരുടെ ആ കീൻ ലീഡർഷിപ്പിൽ വി വിൽ ഡെവലപ്പ് ദ പാർട്ടി ഇൻ ദ കേരള എവരിവെയർ ഇൻ ടു ദ ഗ്രാസ് റൂട്ട്. എല്ലാ വിഭാഗത്തിനെയും ഒരുമിച്ചിരുന്നു. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് അവർ പ്ലാൻ. അപ്പോൾ താങ്ക് യു എവറിബഡി. We will be finishing this. You have any questions, you can ask.
You said about strengthening Trinamool in Kerala. Can you, or are you aiming to cooperate with the Congress-led UDF here in Kerala?
How many of you want to ask that question? Yes. What was your question again? So can you all hear the question? Yeah.
Are you aiming to, or can you cooperate with the Congress-led UDF here in Kerala?
You see, to answer your question, I started with the story of what we are here for. I told you we are the gardeners in a garden, where we are planting the seeds in the last 2 days. Now we will proceed, we will nurture the garden, we will take care of the garden, and then the flowers will come up. Don't ask me now when the flowers will go to the market and when they will reach the wholesale market. So this is where we are now. So we are both who are here not from Kerala. Both of us are on the same page. We are saying we are not here for big talk. We are here to be on the ground. Trinamool means grassroots. All the blessings which Mamata Banerjee has received in the last so many years as Chief Minister is because of the work she has done, not because of the talk, because of the action. So to answer your question summary, let us see. We had a very nice, we called yesterday as a courtesy visit. Besides the talk we had with the head of the IUML, talk is one part, but the warmth, the hospitality, the generosity, it all went so well. So I think these are too early to answer the questions, and whatever we do, we will do it openly, and we know more than anybody else how to defeat the BJP. Okay? Thank you.
One more thing, the Bengal election is upcoming 2026. So you said you have...
You should give somebody else and then we'll come back to you. Okay? If you don't mind.
BJP says after Delhi, their next destination will be West Bengal. And they are increasing their influence in the West Bengal. How you are going to defend BJP in West Bengal?
You see, if you ask 42 Trinamool MPs to answer this question, this is one of the easiest questions to answer. Okay? We can all give our different views. But 1 minute, I will ask Mahua to answer this. I can also answer this, but let Mahua answer. Okay. You see, as I said, BJP said something, so I will say something. No. See what is happening on the ground in Bengal. See what is happening. See Mamata Banerjee's acceptability. What Akhilesh Yadav has said about Mamata Banerjee. What Sharad Pawar has said about Mamata Banerjee. What Hemant Soren has said about Mamata Banerjee. And so many others. Her track record speaks for himself. On big talk, there is no GST. So BJP can do all the big talk because there is no tax on big talk. Come, Mahua.
Can I?
Yeah, of
Do I have
course.
to get them all?
No, 1 minute. No, you don't have to get them all. You come here, I'm going there. Come.
No. Because put
Out
it
of
like
60, they got out of 300.
Give me. I'll give you. Just give me.
Please don't make 60 sound like crazy. Just come here, we'll move it.
Leave it. So don't move it. It's fine. So,
No,
I'm sorry, it's one of those.
1 sec, Mahua. 1 sec, Mahua. It's a fair enough. They won 60 out of 300.
1 second. So you saw how excited I got at that question, and I was telling Derek I need to answer it. And I can tell you, every single Trinamool person, whether it's a block president or an MP, will be as excited as answering that question. Though we should ignore it, we are still excited because it's what the BJP does very well. And there's nothing secret about this. The BJP owns 90% of the media today. So the BJP also used the media to amplify this. So we've seen this in 2021 in Bengal. They said, "Ab ke baar 200 paar." You saw this. What did they get? They got 66. And that too because the Congress and the CPM got nothing. They got 0. Right? So it was completely polarized out of 294. What did they get in Lok Sabha this time? They said, "Ab ke baar 400 paar." What did they get? They did not even get full majority. He is Prime Minister today because of Nitish Naidu Dependent Alliance. Right? Same thing, okay, in Delhi, they won. They will win. It's not their national party. They will win. But this question of Bengal, BJP are maxed out in Bengal. The basic ethos of the Bengali is, you see, what BJP appeals to is Bengali culturalness is much more. Bengalis care about things that are totally different from what the BJP care about. So, things like constitutional values, things like the freedom to eat what you like, the freedom to practice your religion, all of these things are very important to Bengal. Don't forget, it's where the freedom struggle started. Every struggle we have started. So the BJP is this kind of very jungly, very basic sort of, Hindutva for all, Hinduism for all of that doesn't appeal to the Bengali. So they can only go this far. So every time an election comes, they play the same things. You are only starting, by the time we come to May, you all will already have written us off and said Mamata is not Chief Minister, Shubhendu has become Chief Minister. We've heard it all. But we can sit here and tell you this. They are nowhere on the ground. This Hindu-Muslim Masjid, Mandir is the only card that they have. And they tasted absolute 0 in the last 2 elections. They came from 12 to 8. How much did they have? 18 to 12 in the Lok Sabha. This time they will get down from 62. But I can keep talking and they can keep talking. You'll see the result.
Do you have any specific plan to defend the next election?
Look, what do we need to defeat? What do you need to defeat a party? We are the party in power. We are the incumbent, right? So we don't need to defeat them in the sense they need to defeat us. Please understand, there's a big difference. We don't need to defeat them. They need to defeat us. And to defeat us, we need to have very large failings like not delivering. We have delivered on every single program that we have said on the social welfare schemes. Number 1. Number 2, this kind of divide and rule that they are playing doesn't